Hello, this is a pre-record. This is for tomorrow. I put on clothes. I am traveling tomorrow. I have a flight. It's my second one blind. It should go smoothly. Okay, so today we're going to talk about podcasting. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to give you some recommendations. First thing, podcasting. Let me tell you how it works. There are a couple of things that call themselves podcasts. Podcasts work on a technology called RSS, really simple syndication. Whenever a new episode is published, you get updated about it. Apple runs the directory of all the podcasts, the major directory, so you can actually use any podcast player to get most podcasts. I use a podcast player called Overcast. So I have also started listening to a couple of Apple podcasts on Apple Podcasts. They are exclusive to Apple Podcasts. Spotify has some similar stuff, some other companies. But I don't like Spotify. I like Apple Podcasts. It's okay. So, as far as recommendations go, let's talk about the first one. It's called This American Life. It's really popular. It is produced by Chicago Public Radio. It's stories about this American life. The most recent one is all about rats. It's very interesting. I love it. It's different every single week. It's published every Sunday. Okay, so let's talk about the next one. This one is a lot more niche, but if you like space, it's one to check out. It's called This Week in Space. It's published once a week. I'm going to tell you a little bit about an episode that I recently listened to. It was about Mercury. On Mercury, there are oceans of magma, and they're at such pressures, there's actually an undercrust, and under that undercrust, they believe there's a big, huge layer of diamonds. There's a actual good reason to go to Mercury now. So, let's go to another one. This one is also niche. It's an Apple podcast. It's funny if you know the host. I love it. It's called The Rebound. And it's ex-Apple journalists. And they started a podcast when they all got fired. And that was like 10, 11 years ago. Okay, so one more. Let's do a comedy podcast. It's called Miss Pat. The latest episode was very political and they yell at each other. But they're all good friends, and I think it's worth listening to. All of the other episodes are just funny. She's hilarious. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to post this tomorrow, probably while I'm traveling or something. Maybe when I get to the South Beach, who knows. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Shit, where is it?